This is FIBA Podcast. Thank you for joining us in our morning daily devotion.
Good morning. We will continue our study from the book of Jude and permit me to read verse number 8 for you. Yet in the same way, these dreamers also defile the flesh, reject authority, and slander the glorious ones. From verse number 1 through verse number 7, we have studied the value of rejecting false teachings, the importance of standing for the truth. And now Jude is trying to emphasize these 2 points by highlighting the example of Archangel Michael. And in order to introduce the Archangel Michael, he speaks 4 distinct things here. He brings the term called dreamer, then he uses the term defile the flesh. 3, he uses the term rejects authority. And number 4, slander the glorious ones. So these 4 things are something that we will try to learn over the next few days. Jude is trying to convey that one of the basic reasons why false teachers are on the rise and why they depart from the truth, or in other words, why people fall prey to the false teachers and why they are not able to stand for the truth. One of the great reasons is because these people who teach false things are dreamers. We know what dreamers mean. And in other words, daydreaming. It's a very common term. It's a very well understood term. Jude is trying to tell us that daydreaming is something which is not appreciated. Why? Because genuine child of God will always believe and depend upon God's plan for them and not just what they dream for themselves. Of course, there is nothing wrong in being ambitious, being a person of vision and mission. It's good. But sometimes we end up dreaming vague, daydreaming. That's why I use the term daydreaming. You see, in the Old Testament, in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5 and verse number 3, there's a verse. It says, "For dreams come with many cares, and a fool's voice with many words." So dreams, lot of these vague dreams brings lot of cares and worries. And go to verse number 7. It says, "With many dreams come vanities and a multitude of words." See, with dreams, daydreaming, unnecessary dreams, we are thinking vanity, vague things. And then we start thinking and speaking unnecessary words. And so Jude is trying to convince that we should spare ourselves from becoming dreamers, dreaming the impossible or the unwanted things in God's sight. God has certain plans for us, specific plans for us. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 29 and verse number 11, it talks about God's good plan, good purposes, good thoughts for us. But when we begin to contradict it, we begin to dream unwanted, impossible, vague things, and then we end up just seeing vanities of things and multitude of nonsensical words come into our mouth. And that leads us to worries. Why? Because when these vanity, vague dreams are not coming to fulfillment, we begin to think negative. We begin to worry. Why is that not happening? That prophet told me this. That prophetess told me this. So there are false teachers who rise up for their own benefits. What is important for us to understand, what Jude is trying to convey to us is that please don't be dreamers and don't follow false teachings, false teachers, and become prey to them by following the dreams that they show you. Don't do that. Because when we do that, we are rejecting the truth. We are rejecting the Word of God. We are standing against the Word of God. We are told to be sincere, understand the Word of God, and to follow the Word of God. and to avoid every kind of dream that leads to vanity, every kind of dream that leads to multitude of unwanted words, every kind of dream that leads us to worry and to begin to feel discouraged about certain things when they don't happen. Rather than that, let us depend on God. So the number one thing Jude uses here, the first type of people that Jude uses here to help us understand not to be people who follow the false teachers or stand against the truth, is by using the term called dreamers. May God give us the grace to be realistic. May God give us the grace to be practical and not just dreamers, and thus fall into deeper cares, deeper worries, and destroy life. God bless you. Have a great day.
Dear listener, we are here to stand with you in your time of need. We want to pray with you and for your prayer request. Do you need someone to talk to? We are here for you. Call us or send a message at +91 636 425 2164, +91 636 425 2164. God bless you.